Nanda Shila Java Sho Idam Guru Mandala Sogi Chonam Janjo Bado Dani Dagi Chuni Give Sonam Gi Yola Vinche Sanje Chuvara Sho Sogi Chonam Janjo Bado Yasoje Dagi Chuni Give Sonam Gi Chuvara Sho Janala Janjo Bado Dani Yasoje Dagi Chuni Give Sonam Benji Sanje Chuvara Sho
that lama chibi isi part that is that shit.
Do you know what's the verse number? I think it's 90.
Yeah.
Kishi Pardo, yes, that's right, yes. Okay, 90 inspire me to practice the first stage and simultaneous? Okay. Simulated, sorry. Simulated yoga and transform. Okay, birth, death, and Pardo, right? Obviously, we already covered the first two topics. Last class we covered death, now Pardo. Okay.
Okay. Chua be shit, but she be shit.
So we already covered death, right? Now Pardo.
Tapa big and the singles. Chua is singing Tada. Chasing Chamudi Tabila. Chasing Chamudi God, any part of the
So the Pardo becomes as soon as when we cease, God, cease or lose clear light. Yeah. So as soon as we lose that, so then we enter into intermediate state, Pardo.
That is the this year, Padus. Now, Nanji Tosus, and my chitty tamba, Niba, Taji, Tajiva, she to the guitar. She, Nanji Tosus. The Canelung the chicken detached,
not it was a sumche.
and then Nanji to that the university children about this year or the things that in the city gas and Patu to the Nanji to see and a Patu to into Tamba. No, yet of said. Yet of said the third, no, yet of said it. You don't know. Kind of tongues and malam in our timber. The dinner is I do the sharing the look to me to say.
아니 이 가서 중앙시 참 중앙시 따대 연구를
The
용마로
could you actually to me and never. But you are up at me and never.
특히 게임과 중앙라 어디 게임 따 용마로
You are up at the Yammer. 하면 구달이 그건 말이야.
Okay, now when we go through the death process, we have been through 8 different types of signs, right? And 4 signs from the 4 elements, dissolution of 4 elements, and 3 signs from the 3 appearances. And at the last moment, we have a clear light, right? It is one. You count as one sign, okay? All the signs. These are the signs of death process. We have 8 of them. Yeah. When we enter into the intimate state, all these signs going to be reversed. Okay, you will see all these signs in reverse. That means as soon as you get into the intimate state, you will see the sign of near attainment, right? Near attainment, then goes on. But in the partial state, you don't have signs of four elements because there's no four elements. Okay?
다티네 먼저 초의식들이야 초의식이 내가서 다 나지는 신도타의 농지 신도타의 생지 나는 신도타의 농지 초의식이 신박은 신도타의 농지 바둑을 누구를 인식해 바둑을 그냥 그 가르에서는 초의식이 내가서 신도타의 농지야 농지 바둑을 초의식이 생지 바둑 생지
According to Tantrayana, and in the Tantrayana, it explains that the body of the part of being, substantial cause of the the body of the part of being would be subtle wind, and the mind will be subtle mind. When he said that, we said that then it means when we are in the final stage or the clear light. Okay, and they also claim that there is a subtle wind present at the moment and also a subtle mind at the moment. That subtle mind serves as a substantial cause for the cause of the mind of part of being. The substantial the wind, the subtle wind, will serve as the substantial cause of the part of being's body. Okay.
다티지 근데 바둑을 그거당 제대로 인제 감 갈부 투도 다르잖아요 제가 마부견 네 그런 치료 중이다 네 바둑도 되지 저의 시디가니 바둑 그다기 그들도 레슨을 그감 갈부디 다르잖아요 네 감마부디 나군의 맛에 이제 좀 같아지고 좋아요 시간이 바둑부터 바둑이야 이제
And so there's external signs you can see when they leave the old body. Means like when they eject their clear the subtle mind from their the heart chakra. So the external sign will be there. You will see bleeding from nostril, and then the or the what you call it semen from your the lower part, lower secret organ.
어디 듣고 안주 강글로를 준비해봐야 말이야 야 예반대로체 야초 요새 망가군에 시스템 탐험 망가군에 지리하게 재미있나 이가에 돼야 말봐 그 시스템 탐험 맞추군에 지파 담버봐 지가 소리
Luminosity.
그 맵스로 맵스인스 어디 지시 탐험 가가빠도 디제베 있는 지시 탐험 가베다 디를 나군에 차등야럽다 다그 지내지 찬생가부 대치봐야 되게 다지
이게 이인바로 됐다.
다디 이베야 말했어 내 신도 섭지 제네 배 샤금을 군을 되게 제수나 목에 인데 제수는 야 인데 야 매버 지척이야
So these two signs are not definite all the time, okay? And because sometimes we tend to destroy their body before they eject their consciousness out of their body, then you may not see that sign, right? And also, even though they eject even though they leave their subtle mind from their body, sometimes you may not see all this sign as well because of the physical condition of the person. When the person is very sick and has very weak physical body, you may not see those kind of signs as well. Okay?
다디지 다 바디 그게 되는 사 만분이 지시가 받아 가지고 남들이 발생지 지기 행복한 상황 다 발시티 가르레스는 공부군자 인식 공부군자 안 부분에 지기를 봐 발시티 지기 인상 나 당부분에 공부나 공부가 그래 공부나 내가 이 공부나 샤를 그래 공부나 야말 봐 명화도 야말 지니야 공부마야 어디 그거야 그 발시 그거다 공부나 준비
So the attributes of the Bhardo being's body, yeah, it has complete five sense organs, yeah, and then what's that thing? They are spontaneous born. I think they call it spontaneous born. There are four types of borns, right? Womb birth. What is egg and what is the other?
Egg, lotus, and
Not
spontaneous.
lotus. Spontaneous. I think they translate it as spontaneous. Yeah, spontaneous birth. Okay, it doesn't need to rely on any, not any other, like it just relying on. But anyway, so this is spontaneous birth. So spontaneous birth means like when it come into exist. So they come with full function, five sense organs.
다지 다시 결준 정도 예봐 바지 하빈 니 시구 시구 다지 마돌라 시 세트를 주고 시 주고 시게 주고 바둘레 시 누구 시게 겨울에 시 주고 시게 시 주고리 주고문의 말이 바다 농구문의 말이 이 상태 단위 지기야 돼 있어.
Okay, that kind of body, the Bhardo being's body, right? So in the tantric context, so there's a very special name for that. So it called basis of Sambhogakaya by the Buddha. Okay, basis. We use basis. Okay, it's not actual. And then the clear light as well. Clear light. There is a name for that, so we call it basis of Dharmanakaya. Okay, Dharmanakaya. And then the birth. So these are actually natural. Okay, natural birth, natural death, and natural kind of part of. We're talking with the natural ones. Okay, the natural birth. So it called the basis of Nirmanakaya. Okay, so we have different like names for this in tantric context.
다 바도 예배 때디 가르스는 바도 예배 때디라 네 라자는 니도 로갈 하마다 다니 마투 쿠그라 니도 로가나 니 가르스 다시스 다니 니도 로갈 하마들에 더 셰바디 차루 두에바 차루 아니 니도 쿠그라 셰바 차루 그래 내ገብ들라 내가 좀 시팀 같이 따지여 봐. 어디나 신지는 시바디 차로 그게 원시도 스가도 그러봐. 원시도 스가 니 내가서 원시도 스가도 그래. 시바디 차로 다시 아니 중시티베 다시다. 네 나숨세 네 세지 다디 다게디 처리하래. meaning ni ni就是对象，就是第他的你个人主不的是呢，第他的你突不的是这，那你的什么情没那么小的这个发作出来，没那么的发作出来，发作有个主机的了，然后你嘛苦着干的这是呢，我们不让把这个把现在干，那么现在把这个。
这是个对大的做下过了，你可对，下过了，下过了。Okay, now, so how can we tell if there is part of being, right? So one logic is that so when we go to sleep, right? Sleep again. When we go to sleep again, so all these elements need to be dissolved into each other. It occurs, when we go to sleeping. When we go to sleep, it natural happens, and then at the end, till we can enter into very deep sleep stage, right? And that is very similar to the clear light, the death. And then and from that moment we can have a dream. We dream, and then this dream actually also we can use that as logic or suggest that there is part of being very similar to that, like similar like that. So that's why we use a dream as a proof to to prove the existence of part of being.
这样就没那么搞的等于了，现在都把进这个那么大，进没那么定的等于了吧？成人的，你他们去，没那个那个时候，可1年就呢，你他们去，这样去，今天忙不也了吧？我弟弟你他们去，没那个那个行为的，没那么的大，就让人都把这那个记得特别那个。 那没那么的没用过吧？我给你的数据他们去，没能够写不得了老师，干啥？你给写不老师，你给那个老师去呢？不给了吧？你把都给得了，你那个是那个，你他们去不给了，你那些谁给他了？你他们去不给了，把都是自己。
So the part of being is exists true because when we dream, we go to different places, and also we can encounter with people, right? When we have this kind of event, this kind of things, so we even this body, whoever is going to that's in the dream, like we were talking the dream, right? In the dream, we go to different places. So when we in the dream being go to the different places, so then there is this dream body is should be different than the sleeping body. This is not the sleeping body. Okay? And there's a body that's actually traveling to different places and encounter with different people, and this is not the awakened kind of state. So then that's why we can say there is a part of being. It's very similar to that kind of thing.
加上有些感染的原因不得老师，把都去个别了吧？你那些你的那个个绿的了老师，绿他们去对吧？去年这些接了吧？我这里没那么大的，都也没那下的绿他们去绿你的那个绿的了老师去年就这样接了，我这里把都会别定。
So it's very similar to part of being. Part of being is something that actually leaves our body and it creates like a new kind of body, and which is part of body, part of being's body, and they actually travels different places. Similar like that, the dream body has the same kind of qualities. Like it's not the sleeping body. Someone who's sleeping, this is not that body. There's another body creating another body, another than the sleeping body, and they go and do some different stuffs. So that's why we can tell like there is, definitely there's a part of being because there's a dreaming, there's a dream body, dream being, dream being I don't know. Dreaming being? I don't know.
당연히 세도 지도자 니 세도 세인도 잠바 면은 야 니가 풍부인 것들을 최시우인 거야. 아니 띵이 세기야. 어디
Well, and it said that when we awake from our sleeping state, so that means that at that moment the part of being has to come back and enters into our body. Then you can go through the other process, like awaking the process.
다디나시 어디지 봐주 아니 면은 긴내 그 자진나도 제진 니 세버 준비치 면은 롱디 면은 하다가 신타네 예디 닝거 뒤베 공부 닝베 두기나 신들 차려 농심 예매 다디네 스타트고 면은 그네가서 공부 참을지 파티인데 제비인가 미치 당이 세인데 공부 참을지 고발했네 면은 그네가 그때 가사디 니게 농심 참을지 어떻게 파티 레탄 팀주지가 그 세계로 세계에 있어
So the Rinpoche read through the text. In the text, it said that when getting up from your sleeping stage, so then the dream body has to come back and dissolve into the all body or the subtle mind in that body, and then you can get up, you can wake up from that sleeping stage. So this is there's a metaphor for that. It said that if you blow hot air on a clear mirror, then you will see there's a moist on the surface, right? Then it begins to kind of dissolve, kind of collect in the middle. Similar like that, all the dream body has to collect and dissolve back into the subtle mind, sleeping stage, subtle mind. Then they will get up from that sleeping stage.
다디지 다디지 다타의 유지인데 도지 파랑 위장 신분이 매매 더블 마도 리접 소리야 토벌네 스타 바두디 아니 신도 차례 유지지 사미 그 토벌네 바두이야 디바단도 쓸 토야메바 바두디 비디 아니 토벌네바 아주 somebody 디발레 토벌네바 집에 치료리 삼 실디 이두제 투비야르바 이나시 제니 바두 류디 디발레 토벌네바 간두양 투비야르다 레지 주주 슈다티스 오부근자 토미 교세들이 저날을 야리 러비니티나 저날 오부근자 토미 교스 레지 주주 슈다티스
가능한 죄나.
이제
And again, the nature of the bardo being will be like inobstructible, right? Is it true? I don't know how to say.
Indestructible.
In abstract,
Unobstructed. Meaning you can go through
unobstructed.
walls.
Yes. Unobstructible, right? Okay. Okay, the right word for. Unobstructible. Yeah. So very similar to, even though it is structible, right? But it has all full function, 5 senses. Okay, senses. Yeah. Even this body cannot be destroyed by diamonds. The dorji, right? We say dorji. Dorji is something that the hardest kind of object or thing you can find in this world, right? That cannot be like a penetrate, sort of like that cannot be like block stop the part of the body.
도지리
말 도지기 네 치투 말 순순 도지기 네 말. And this is very similar to our mind, let me say, because even though we are in inside the house, we can think, we can see an object outside of this house, right? That means like our mind can actually interact with object that is outside of this house. That means like we are going our mind through this wall, similar like that, similar like this body have that kind of quality. It can actually go through any the obstacles.
다때는 다 이제 아니 로아 강 버시 주스나 페나 아 냐에 버시 주스나 니 네 냐와는 도 미슈지 버시 딜레 얘네 신다 로아 신다 도바 메시 야 저리 시야 뭐 근데 제가 이 도바야리스 문주 다지 최제제르바 맞아 아니라서 때문에 준비 제발라서 같은 제발을 때문에 담부 냐와 기두기 아주 좋네요 아니 진짜기 괜시다를 때문에 도와디 연주트리아기 연주기는 비아트리는 우리겠지 담부 냐에 빠지고 네 괜시를 때문에 냐에 걔네는 돈 먹고 받지는 엔도 걔네는 더 받는 야리 있어요. 다디 저를 제네티에
Okay, actually, I left off one the point. Let me say the in the I think it's called Abhidhamma Kosha Garika, right? In that text, it said that this part of being's body is unobstructable and has magical power, karmic magical powers. Yeah, this is one point. Okay, karmic magical power. Now, again, in that text, Abhidhamma Kosha Garika, and they said that once you enter into part of being, okay, so the part of being, let's say if you are going to be born in lower realm, right, you're going to experience lower realms part of being, yeah, part of being. And once you enter into that stage, there's no reversal, there's no any modification, nothing you can do. You are going to be born in lower realm. So that part of being determines where you're going to be born. Yeah. In the other text, Ngombakundu, what was the other text?
타바토메
Kawatamara. Ngombakundu. I don't remember the English name title for this. Ngombakundu. There's another text. Susumur again.
타바토메
Kawatome,
군주
Asanga.
세네티가 아부 뭐 군주 문바세는 제세티 지가 군주 세대다 간거 뒤셔서
Yeah, so this is very similar to the other text, actually. Abhidhamma Kosha, but it's composed by Asanga. Okay. I don't know the name. Anyway, in that text said that even though if you experience the lower realms part of being, right? So that can be changed. That can be manipulated. Okay. That means like us. Let's say if you have taken the lower realms part of being, if you're a family member, so anybody, if you did engage in virtuous act, that virtuous act, the force of that virtuous act can actually modify, change that part of being to better one. Okay? And the other text it says you cannot do anything. This is like a determined. This is actually fixed. So you're going to experience whatever you have taken part of beings by.
이 뭔가 근데 쟤는 받을 때는 자주를 것 같아요 이제 바 반다고 때는 숨이 쉬어 깨닫는다고 들이대는 신다 아 반다고 숨이 야리
That's- according to
받을 때는 자주를 것 같아 양날일 때부터 반다고 숨이 야리 어디 뭔가 근데 숨이
Okay. Anyway, so the Asanga text it said that it is possible you can attain nirvana in part of being stage, part of being. Okay? There's three different ways you can actually achieve nirvana in that stage. Paramji mentioned something in the right. One was the one point was the one moment was that so as soon as you get into the part of being, you can achieve in the nirvana. Okay? And then the Paramji didn't mention two other two.
Ati nga vlule chene padu tela tela sanke suku padu lenju tu yari si.
And then the tantric context, okay, in the tantric practice, and it said that in the part of being, anything can be possible. You can be even you can become enlightened in part of stage, part of being, in the part of that period.
Nga chiwa tu yati lenju chiwa tu di tala ni chiwa di chiwa lenju chiwa tu padu tela.
Okay. And then the tantric, in the tantric context, it said that you may experience karmic death. Okay, karmic death means like death. Actually, that is forced by your karma. Yeah, karmic death, but you can still you can become enlightened in part of being, part of your state. It's very like a big jump, right? Big transition actually.
Tadi padu. Ta padu di cece di sha di siya rintet.
And the lifespan of the part of being maximum 7 days.
Tadi padu di cece di sha di di kisi di tunda dun di sha shibu ta kisi ngi di yu yu sha shibu de wera. Tunda dun si du ba. Tunda tunda tambula kisi du roma tuna chi nya tunda jemba de nya patu nya kiwa nya di kisi du roma tuna kisi mani de nya di chi ju je ni sha shibu ta de ne da patu de ni kiwa ya ri si.
Okay, so their lifespan is 7 days, right? 7 days, but they have to die after 7 days. They're going to die after 7 days, and then the 7 days, but they can rebirth back into intermediate state. Okay, part of being as a part of being, but it maximum of that set or that like 7 days lifespan. Okay, can occur like maximum 7 times again, 7 times. That makes actually 45, 49 days, right? 49 days. So 49 days. So even though this is the maximum length of their life, but they can take rebirth in any moment. Okay, it's not necessary they have to be one of these transition or something. They can take rebirth anytime. Yeah, the maximum they can spend 49 days in the part of stage.
Da ting sang ni padu ne su padu ke sang ni ne ya kisi du dunia yari ni chi le kisi du yari pe ni lu sha shi ju sha ni shi ju shi gu padu ji sun gu ba ji sun ya ti ku da tambu te le ya kene le chin sa ri ni ku ta padu du ya mar ba padu kene le ku ba kiri ni Dondoli kiri ni ketarwa. Ine ya ta shashi ju dinda dindi kadu. Chopa chigirwa. Chopa chigirwa. Ine di kai yene sampu kiya la pendo di ya mariku. Ya maritiku ketarwa. Ine ya ta ku kuba biden kuba tendi di tenla. Niki paranju chopa chopa tigi di tenla. Ni dungi jijata dungi la suba ani gaya ta di tenla ji 그래서 농지라서 그때다 지금 영향이 쳐버렸지. 수능 사고이는 이제 인구이버리.
So, and also is that so if someone dies, if someone just getting away from their clear light, as soon as they get enter into the Bible being, in the second moment, they can actually rebirth in one of six realms, any places. Yeah, it may take like 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, but in our custom, we do 49 days prayers for this the person who died, right? For them. So the so let's see, we may think like if they take rebirth in like next few days, so then still we are continue doing up to 49 days, right? We may not actually benefit out of our virtuous act, but then also they do actually receive benefits when we do a virtuous act on behalf of them. Let's say first our first goal is to change their part of being stage. Yes, so part of being like try to help them to gain higher rebirth, better rebirth. This is our main purpose. But let's say they're taking rebirth in some one places in a few days, but we still need to continue doing our prayer for them. And also it said that let's say they're born in the lower realm like an animal, so like let's say an animal, right? But they still they can receive benefit out of our prayers because they may if they are lacking any wealth or food or anything, so then they may find easily all these what they need, what they desire for at that moment. So they can receive that kind of benefit, even though they take rebirth in some places.
다디 다 진짜들에 진짜지 세야디 무슨 미 진짜지 뒤지기 열봐 그러니까 시 차이는 게 진짜지 진짜지 저기는 다들에 진짜 지수예버리 뒤는 로치만 붙지 아들이 되고 뒤져는
Okay. Now there's a different ways to explain. Like it's a 7 days lifespan of part of being 7 days, right? Then you need to come up with like what kind of 7 days. Okay, it could be human being 7 days, or it's like what's it? The Lawrence 7 days, or the God realm 7 days, right? And some people say this is it has to you need to this 7 days means like a human beings 7 days. Said that, okay? And some scholars said that if this person is going to be born in higher realm or the God realms, right? So their lifespan of the other being should be according to their days, God realms days, okay? If this is the case, so they may need to spend like eons and eons in their other beings.
that's it. 다디네 제제디제 네 세바바도디 다케네 루지디 세바 푸주디 세바 푸주디 아니 샤남네 포와스 다 냐하게네 샤남네 포와 남시티 데데 데제 예다도 제나 카다 돈들 제나 지출람네 지출람네 다르 지출스네 짐바 이르바 남데 짐바 남다 미리게는 미담 델라르게는 대화 니진드게는 나 그게 하다
저는 뭐래?
미리게는 미리게는 민참 자다 제게네 들다 그 주디 남시 푸주들이 더 남시 푸주디 아주디 남시 푸주기
The road slash of the
미리 남시 푸주들이
Okay, so now when we leave our the subtle consciousness from our body, right? So when it leaves out of our body, it can go away from the different doors of our body, different places of our body, and that actually determines where. And also, these are the sign that where this being is going to be born in next life. Okay, let's say if the consciousness get out from ejects leaves from the mouth, more likely this being is going to be born as a Holy Ghost. Okay.
이리 다른 주 세리 셈네 되어봐. 네 세리 셈디 남시디 지르도 보고로 봐. 푸드 점바 것이 민점내 포야. 것이 데 칸에 포야. 어딘데 있지니 남시 포야디.
쉽다고 나온 말 왜? 유셔.
저 딘디.
So anyway, so the consciousness lives from our body in different places. For instance, it could be leave from our crown prana, and it could be leave from our in between our eyebrows and eyes and nostril and stuff like that, right? And then they go back to the list. It says Tundru, yeah, and Migni. If it lives from our eyes, it's more likely it's going to be born as a human being. And then what do you call this? The navel. So navel more likely to be born in desire realm. Okay, and how is this? Urine. I don't know, pee.
PP.
Place that very good. This place, if you live from that area, so then more likely you'll be born in Tundu animal, and from the bottom anus, then you will have you will be born in hell realms, stuff like that. There's a bunch of these actually.
사티 사티네 사티세야디 사티 사이니시세야디 사이시도세 사티나세 파부토미스 사티를 괜찮으면서네 아니 류도로하나 남시디기 류도드 인간의 표시 인간의 남시
딱 벌어진 인간 표석으로.
가두이네
갖고 있는 인간.
너 그랬으네 남시디 피게 민간이 알아봐 이 남신의 표시야디
인간이 더 벽으로 왔던 거다.
인간의 표로 어디 공부되게 인간의 표시야디 아니 샤는다 지기 아니 지주다 인간 지제세 사진에 이 인간의 표야디 누가 알시나 다디 이게 나도 남시 표와 정말 인간의 표와 이양 얘네 위치를 알아 단 남시디 담부 남시디 인간이 알아 이 남시디 인간을 표현데 인간의 표는 그냥 지주네 투발에 인간의 표로 인간의 야 지주를 정거로 어디 남시 담부 표서디 있어
이 사대디 수송으로서 지준
파고토메가
Again, Pagotomis, Sangha text, it called Sadenga. Sadenga means 5 stages, 5 ground, collection of 5 ground or something like that. Okay. In that text, he said, our consciousness always lives from our the Ninga means heart level. Yeah, heart level. He said that. That's why there's a little bit debate on that, how actually consciousness lives leaving our body, right? If someone said that, if someone quoted from that text, so then the other scholar said that it's totally fine. There's no contradictions. Initially, they need to give some explanation, right? They said initially, the consciousness has to live from the heart level, but still there's a distance, right, in your body, right? Then it could live from like in different parts of your body, but they keep the idea. They actually agree with this asanga's position, and still they're maintaining their view.
Mm.
Confusing.
What do you mean there's a distance? What are you talking about?
From your heart,
To where they're leaving?
yeah, in body, like from let's say like from crown.
Oh, so it just it starts here and then
Yes.
out there. Okay.
That is it.
Yeah. This is just details.
No, thank
네, 동주기 개발세. 나 동주기 개발 봐도 뭐지? 이게는 메타베스다. 봐도 수 둥그리에서는 봐도 나한테 둥그 둥그리에서. 네 하이미 다가서는 것이 둥그리 수 봐도 둥그리. 그러면서 봐도 둥그리야 말이야.
Okay, now who can actually see Pardo beings, right? And it said that the Pardo being, they can see each other in between, they can see each other. And if whoever has divine eyes, this is one of the clairvoyants, right? And if someone has that eye, then they can see Pardo beings.
다 봐도 남편들 통해야 돼. 다 봐도 고마고마게 엄마 통해서 엄마 통해서 내가 저배 봐도 이나 저배 봐도 되게 공매 봐도 돼. 근데
정말이죠.
엄마 TV나 저배 봐도 돼. 내가 느끼는 봐도 되게 공매 봐도 돼. 통해서
So again, there's a more clarification on that. So how they see each other in Pardo being to each other, right? How they see each other. So some said that the lower Pardo being cannot see higher Pardo beings, and the higher Pardo being they see lower Pardo beings. Yeah, that means like if someone's going to be born in the one of the formless realms, right? So then the desire God cannot see these Pardo beings who's going to be born as a formless being. Yeah.
아직 다 봉지 개발이 개발하는 멤버는 누지 받을 루트 멤버도 보세요. 다 봉지에 유치주
소치중.
어디 롱아 나도 멤버인데 이제
Then the size of the body, the Pardo being's body, right? It's similar to someone who is human being body. Okay, it's a 5 years old child. Size of the body will look like 5 years old child.
이따 사이는 시에서
Okay, this is according to a text called the
무시
clairvoyance of the path. That's a text called something like that. Okay.
어디 가족이 개발했어. 야디 동동네 집에 이따 주도 저도 도왔다. 저는 누가 발도돼 갈보 다디 가족이 개발했다 가족 자면 다 세부터 내유스리.
So the color of the body is different, multiple, like means like if someone's going to be born in hell realm, their body color will more like red. And then now what the marble chair, made of like fire, okay, and then
야들 동동네 집에 나쁘리 가족.
oh sorry, the part of being who's going to be born in the hell realm, okay, their body looks like charcoal dark.
이따디 주도.
And then the how it goes looks like water,
돈도
the color of water, okay, color of water. And then the animal realms is like the color of smoky smoke. Sebo, sebo, okay. And the desire realm will be yellow. And God and desire realm includes the human being as well. There's a God and human being. The form being white.
다 예수기 제바 기교기 로아디 누두기 시베 시아주젠스다 예수기 제바 되지 누두기 시베 시베다 그 얘네 누두기 시베 시베다 이게
가르쳐가 되게
미리 기기는 미 예수 간데지
어디서 들어오지?
기나 시지제 근데 돈들이 기기는 돈들이 예수지 다디
And the okay, now next shape of the body. The shape of the body will be similar to their future birth. Let's say if they're going to be born as a human being, their shape of the body will look like human being, and the animal it looks like animal. Stuff like that.
다들 되는 주제 좀 봐야 돼. 여기 개발 가르치는 개발 것이 진짜 사실 따고 대리나 진짜 순자 체가르지 남의 제수지 이는 막 민의 시에 있는 미 제수지 그때 진짜 이것을 미 나와디 저 남아디 나와디 시지 인사 이 제수들이 다티네 제가 들리지 좀 봤대 치마비 주소야 상기 시에쯤 거기에 이 치마 고바기니 이 제수제 예스야지
So the again the on this topic, right? There's different views.
디네시아비 제다 네 사기레서
Yes. So among so among the Tibetan scholars, they have different views on this topic, and they according to this text is more like Abhidhamma leaning towards like Abhidhamma Karika. Okay, so that means like if someone's going to be born as a human being, as soon as they get into the part of being, their shape of their body will look like human being. Very easy. Okay? And then some scholars in Tibet said that if this part of beings lifespans, let's say like 49 days, right? 49 days, the initial kind of experience will be more likely where they're coming from. That means, let's say if this is a human being's part of being, because they're still attached to their previous life, so that's why they more act like human being. The shape of their body will more look like human being and stuff like that. Okay, and the half of their lifespan will be, the latter part of their life more likely their shape of their body looks like their birth in a future birth. They say no, because they are preparing to going towards the next life. They're more like their intention or their inclination is leaning the oriented towards the future lives. That's why they have picked up or taken the future lives more like behavior like their future lives. Kind of. Okay, at this point, do you have any questions?
So Tashi, this is from last week. So we're going through the dissolution process, and the air is gone. Should we at that point not be breathing in our meditation and trying not to have
Okay, can you say that again? Sorry.
So in the And the meditation process, we're going through the dissolutions towards death.
Okay.
And there's a point where the winds dissolve.
Okay.
So at that point in our meditation, we not be breathing. It seems like some days I can go 10 seconds, some days I can go 30 seconds. So at that point,
Okay, when you do the practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
but then also, if I have to breathe, should I just keep pretending like I'm going through it, or should I?
Okay. 타코라 this or custody. 치워주고 검거와. 치워주고 검도 zambalaya tapene during this 검 이게 치워여서 샤수 삼데 내가 봐 치워와. 치워여서 샤수 삼데 zambal라 욱도 까지 욱도 마당시 치워래 왜 같이 오래서 이거 왜.
제일 말이 이 지금 말이 좋아 요새 다시 독립
뭐가 이거 맞어.
저것이 지워서 그런데 동산 지척이야. 뒤지도 단다 독립금 샤바티 뒤뭐 제일 이제 전부 독립이 예 독립이 단다 공비나 미슈마디 뒤는 것이 공샤베 독립 공샤베 독립이다. 이게 지워지는 것이 동산 뒤니부터
어딘 토요.
제네 다 독립도 어떻게
엄마도 지금 욱도 졸려야 지금 수준다 지켜 말아.
예.
Okay.
동반이 지지냐 봐셔 그거.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. No, you don't need to hold your breath or do anything with your breathing. You just let it in a natural kind of, the stage. Okay, don't do anything with that. The main thing is once you get into that level, clear light, right? You need to be meditate on emptiness. This is the very important part of this meditation process. The purpose of doing this is that when we going into that stage, in real, actual happiness. So then you have trained in that process, that kind of manner, right? So then you will recollect what you have done, what you have practiced when you're alive. Then you kind of like mix your experience, mix with your experience at that moment. That actually enable you to understand the emptiness.
Quickly, the white body was,
White body,
yeah, what realm was that?
Desire.
That was desire?
desire, right? Is it desire?
Desire.
Oh, desire realms. Yes. Like it could be human being. Oh no, desire realm is yellow.
That was
Yellow, I
right.
remember.
Form.
Okay.
And,
I remember human being.
and which one for the formless? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Did you say formless? No, he didn't say any formless. No.
That's why. And then just real quickly, the crown, eyebrows, and mouth. I didn't get
And he said like all, mouth, ears, all doors.
But which rebirth were those?
Oh, you mean which one?
Like you said, the navel, the
Yeah.
desire realm.
Yeah, he didn't go through all the list
Oh, yeah,
again. No,
okay. So,
he just picked few,
so which
just
one?
give you an idea.
Okay, so the crown though. And the
He didn't
eyebrow?
say the crown. And then okay, let me ask him. Yeah, penetration. Pena demati because sheba ma phe do eji ro. 이 지주는 표현다 미기 증산의 표현은 가격이 메디케 수마 손사 가격이 그래서 뭐다.
민들네 좀 다르게.
Yeah, so eyebrows goes to God realm.
Oh,
jadi namshi pulsatile 고구야리 하는 고구시게를 봐. 나쁜 이제 미제 미제 나제
같이 나와지.
니
대화다.
네 대화제 민가제
지주.
아니 지주제.
Actually, there are 9 doors.
장은 주는 미제.
Yeah, there are 9 doors. So we say, okay, let's count. It says crown, eyebrow, in between eyebrows. Okay,
Yeah.
brows, eyes, nostril, mouth, ears, 2 lower doors, one missing. I don't know. Lemmas.
navel.
Never. Yeah, yes. Okay.
어디
Okay. Any questions?
And then another question. Sometimes kids say that they see ghosts or people who have died. Is that Bardo being they're seeing, or could that be?
The kids, right?
Yeah, kids
Okay.
often.
보고도 시기도사 많이 정도 주든 막 류지 유고 류지 샤니 또 스토리에서 통보도사 근데 바로로 왔어요 얘네들 바로 인 거라 저 근데 그것도 바로 인 거라 if they can see so there should be bardo yes
It would be
Yeah.
So I recall teaching as you come into the bardo that even though you said there's no elements, there's these like loud noises and stuff happens as the elements form in the bardo being.
penetration na bardo being bardo na bardo le yadi penetration ta ko tuya yo ma chik che yo ma ni ka turi yo ma la ro ande ka chu long chim bo ya da long yang ma sa ya da de yung go su me na de ka de su ko es go na
다디 수대 야르바 수야르 수창모 야르바 이 단데 바도 나와디 담도 디 제리나 아니 두두 양스 야 아니 그래서 그래 양아의 양서 시세 양아의 다시세 지제 양서 숨세 지제 망에데 다두세 제르바 중식 주베 다들 다시 이네 나지 투숨기 다들 다숨 양서 숨세 주 이네 망이베 다두세 제 두수 용바디 지네다 지 단다디 야부 공부에는 양서 숨세디
就是属驴油嘛鸡油嘛的养殖啥些的就属说了是吧
다디 바디네 주디 야부지 셴베나 아니 디디 딘지구야네 나 신도 테벨 외계는 시지 양서를 중중에 삼바르지 디디기 추나디레 지다디 잡투야레 이코데 나와디데 용구야레 그 야리디
Sama nawa ini lah right
나와자
okay the first of all part of being they have what you call this physical elements okay their body is actually what you call physical elements or the
중실로 베다
발도기 속들 가르사긴 속들 가르사
신도 차베
신도 타블롱스 말 속들 디 류 속지 유에스라서 하려요
수탐
수탐을 유서 야 said part of being has very subtle body okay that is element right very subtle body now the all the so during the part of beings right so we will have different kinds of appearances, or sometimes they translate as a hallucination, right? Hallucination, because it happens because of the four elements. Okay, four elements actually creates like four types of hallucinations, and then we have three stages of the what you call the
Just like,
luminosities, right? Okay,
Yeah.
white, black, red, right? Each time that actually creates different types of hallucinations. Okay, and there's 6 types of uncertainty hallucinations or appearances. You know, we said now, right? I think they translate as hallucination. And anyway, so appearances or hallucination. Then all of these are just your mental projections, just your mental creation. There's nothing actually happening. If you have trained, if you heard about it, so right, then when it occurs to you, when you see all these high cliff or all these messed up all these elements and stuff like that. You know even though you see them, you can understand. You feel like these are all fake. This is just my hallucination. They these won't affect you to get what you call this upset or
scared.
나 다제산 되는 중시로 베 다시야르바 성 로인도사 사이 nembar부터 나와셔야 중 로인도다가 니 취켜왔다 부르지 니 드네 밀롱미야르바 사추메시야르바 都是都听的就是穷些节，啥一块这个那个农节，啥农的干的对，的听的对，那几节，那你穷农干的几节，没农节，你农过的，那个
Kain to say what it is.
老
Long. Yes.
应该对几家定的几个人吧？都是这样子的，把对那句的也不是为呢，对把对那句的可能真土为呢，你几家就是你就土样吧？
So this, for instance, like the when the elements, okay, part of being's element becomes imbalanced. Like for instance, let's say earth element becomes more dominant, right? At the moment that you feel like you are kind of like rumbling into earth and stuff like that. And then when the fire element becomes more evident, just predominant, so then you will feel like, what you call this, drifting into water and blowing up with the wind and stuff like that. You will experience in that, according with like what kind of elements actually being predominant at that moment, right? So when it occurs to you, so then if you have trained, if you have heard about natural part of beings, then you can tell like how my body is not actually to affect all of these elements or things. I'm not gonna fall off from the high cliff and stuff like that because my body is not actually in that nature. You can think of that. So then if you understand that, then nothing actually, none of these appearance can really affect you.
对都对那句把那个书刚开始的，年面主直接为呢，年面主直接为呢，你的谁的特点，你就说要去结巴的，去结嘛这个基督的当时，去结些说那么少不那么了。几站面积少多说农具，感情都是农啊，当时，写了也不那个写节了吧？你去年年纪也不去节吧？你把就那个书少多说上不了经闹下，你这个闹就用过的也是节吧？去节吧？
So the six uncertainty sign or appearance or hallucinations, right? So to overcome all these hallucinations during the part of being stage, it said that you need to collect or accumulate enough virtue so then you can avoid all this. For instance, one of the if you collect enough virtues, so then you will experience nice food, nice meal during, then you will see nice food. Let's see, I don't know in English. I don't know. And you can,
Delicacies.
so yeah, so you will experience all these nice.
写的了，写拿出来说不得，写洋人那做只能不写你，
Otherwise, even though if you gain,
写了也不免写的，写
it said that uncertainty food. One of the uncertainties like uncertainty food, right? Even though if you get a very nice food, right? So then when you look at them, so it looks very dirty. It appears to you very dirty, like made out of what you call this pus,
Yeah.
right? Pus
Yeah.
and blood,
Yeah.
and I think it's called membranes, some kind of liquid in your body.
I think it's bio.
But okay, it appears like that in a very undesirable kind of food.
真的，找了你没事，找了你不那个写节了吧？你不得找了你不那个写的，你找嘛不说的，你赶紧拿我用这意思。
So the one uncertainty is that your friend will be uncertain, right? That means like if you have accumulated enough virtues and stuff like that, then you will have very good friends, okay? and you don't experience changing friends momentarily, stuff like that. Friends or companions, stuff like that.
这是这是呢，到你读些节吧，第几个就是去节吧的嘛，节吧节吧去的
Okay. So these six uncertainties experiences is totally depend on how you practice, how you accumulate your merit during the life. Heavily depend on that.
因为对的，中西人数几百，扎西中啊的，少龙几百，到的，的啊，这能看，没给吧，到的，对西，其他的看书的，也没读的，写了也没办法。
Traveling even more much.
Traveling even more. Ani, neling even more. Ini, traveling even, neling even more. Ini, yila, yidoling even more. Simply.
You told me.
Mam, pa ju tu ju mampu chichagi yarba. Ani, neling even more. Ini, jalan
English.
통나는 never.
Tonang.
Hmm.
Tonang, right?
Yeah.
Tonang, right?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, six uncertainties are food. No, uncertainty of food, right? And companion, and place, and state of your mind or mood of your mind, right? And the Cholam is behaviors and appearances. There are six of them, right? Too fast.
Yeah, real big.
Food, companion, friends, companion, place, and state of your mind. Usually sometimes they say mood of your mind, something like that. And the behaviors and appearances.
Uncertainty of behavior, what does that mean?
Okay. 디 가서 디 니가 메시 가르치고 왔어. 무슨 니가 메시 디.
대체사. 그 사동의 지나 사동 수수되거라 지지 농지야 지야가 약 상거지. 다 뒤에가 수 사동의 나와디 차다. 나다. 니 도발어서가 내기 나와야 저기요. 그 그는 나와 쳐야겠지 봐. 나와 쳐야 그런 그런 강에 저기야 봐. 또 뒤에 제사 그런 셀
다 나오는데 대신에 사실은 이거를 아니.
사야스 야마를
야마를
그렇지 봐. 이내 안 나와도 잘 이랬던가. 그런 그네 뒤에 봐.
So, for instance, food, right? Food. The way in which you describe looks like part of being doesn't have to consume physical food. Yeah, they are relying on smell food, right? Still, they can see food. Looks like they can see food, right? And there's some food that uncertainty means like even though the quality may be not that bad, so but the way you look at the way you see that object, that food, look in a very different way, like all these negative and bad qualities, right? And some of them looks really nice, and next to that food you will see very disgusting kind of food. Uncertainty means.
내는 내가 내가 세야 돼. 내 집에 삼배 어디 강그 내 두사든지 내 그야 나와를 띠니 시기야. 지 강사를 띠니 내가 나와시 에티샤. 아니
Someone now, someone.
내지
All of these are just perceptions. First of all of these are just perception. For instance, place, right? Place. At a second moment, you feel like you're living in a very big, huge mansion, palace, and stuff like that. And second moment, you'll find yourself in underneath a bridge, in a very disgusting place. And it's like you're momentarily changing all these places. you will have all this appearance. You experience different places, momentarily.
아란돌에 시 네 두자딘데 데베나와티 온디 데베나와티 중수나 아니 강에 책이 봐 이나 신만한도 네 거의 바드디 네 님이를 지금 봐 인스는 네 연박장장 나와 샤인도 네 강에 책이 봐
So it said that because when you experience being living in very dirty place, so that actually makes you unhappy, upsets you. You don't feel good about it, right? Stuff like that. That's why I said that. So most of the time, we we may have very very short moment experience of like luxuries or like nice or all these palaces. Maybe very short. Very short moment, right? And then we change it to very bad, swiftly, very rapidly, and being in a very dirty place.
나한테는 이제 집에 다시 해봐. 일단 돈을 never say it. 수수 삼부전자 좀 해. 통해나를 never 이제 통해서 나와지는 뭐 비셔를 봐. 근데 통나이 never 지차인데 강에 지게를 봐. 나한테는 이 돈을 never say. 샘려야지. 단다지 진리네 야. 때문에 봐. 지 매진고 좀만 붙이지. 이 돈을 never.
So then the appearance again, we have like all these the imbalance of our six elements and stuff like that, right? You will have all these experiences, and then the mental states, right? Uncertainty of mental state or mood of your mind, right? That means like you will feel very comfortable, happy. The second moment, without any reason, you'll feel like sad. Kind of like what do you call this? Very low steam, some people low steam,
Low self-esteem.
low self-esteem, stuff like that. Okay. Your mind becomes very dull, stuff like that. It changes rapidly.
근데 길이 나는 바들을 never 쓰는 자다. 자를 수가야 말봐. 자를 수가야 롱드스 never 쓸지서 남기 자디 롱디 제나리 주기여봐. 류리 되게 롱디. 제 나리 주기인데 좀 같이 이제 강에디 중에 이 바둑이 끼는데 내가 짜야 말이야. 짜매 배에서 룸에서 짜든 내가 있어. 근데 룸 가게에서. 근데 인점지 팔로 근데 제대로 수지도 봐. 제사 내가 짜면서 룸 가게니.
So we have all this uncertainty of experiences because we at part of being, right? Part of being doesn't have channels, drops, and stuff like that. That means like they cannot hold winds. Okay, winds. Let's say like all of these things, everything has associated with wind, right? Wind, air, wind. So there's no location. There's no fixed place for this wind. That's why it's scattered everywhere, right? Right now, it's sort of like they don't have any gravity and something like that. Right now, as a human being, we have all these channels and drops in our body, so we can hold all this wind in our body. So that's why more stable. And the other being, they don't have their stability because of opening. There's no place for their for their wings.
근데 바둑을 있는 게 많이 감감한 이것도 내비에서 대다 튼데 민덕이 것이 나와 민덕이 나와 내비 제사한테 민항 소치 나와지
Since they don't have white substance or the red substance from their mothers, right? Any mothers, right? So that's why they don't experience day and night. Always has like very kind of plain, I don't know, boring Time, I guess.
어디 저기 민들이 지는 전불리는 미슈지 민들이 근데 있나 민들 나왔대.
Okay, now.
산지스한테 두수르티 감감하디야 말이 지 선응 저기 위지 저기야 봐. 근데 잠불리버디 지 민들이 그 나기 감감하니 나기 민들이 시게 감감하니 이 회사 때에 충분히 민들이 나왔지 너무 주주야 봐.
He said that human being, as a human being, we experience sun and moon, right? We experience sun and moon because we have a substance that actually related to sun and moon in our body, which is a substance from our father and mother. Okay, this substance in our body actually creates sun and moon. When we have sun and moon, so that means we have day and night. Now I'm just curious, like since, for instance, Buddha, right? Buddha, we can understand Buddha. They don't need sun, they don't need moon or any light. Their nature is, is filled with light or something like that. And how we actually relate to other things. It's just curious.
diné 가르쳐 그래. 정말 주지시네. diné 나랑도 구대럽든데 샹 구럽든데 샹 샹지 패스니 기분이란 잠바다 지 같은데 지 샹바이네 수수기 가르쳐 그래. 바드네도 수수기 지배적 투입 중시 투배 지타시야르바
종이 고랑이 치하고 있는 시고. 만족이
머리네
이걸 맛이
공시잖아.
공시잖아.
아니 때 샴바르 부스다 이게 제바이네 아니 삼불에 제비샤도 수비 아니 디 캔서를 지타 디기 지타 이겨야로 이 어떤지 용기요.
And also in the scripture, it said that in order to avoid all this experience during the Padu being state, he said that if you build a statue or holy objects like statues, tanka, stuff like that, and also if you build a bridge,
공가라와 간데 돈이 펜싱 짓고네 펜도 지지시 삼바르 가리는지 저도 제베이나 어디야 펜싱 짓디 또기 두수기 집을 줘야지 그전에 손이
so let's say if you build a bridge for community and stuff like that, like all these holy acts, if you do out of your positive intention, so then that actual action, that act, that karma can help you not to experience that kind of appearances, horrible appearances during the state.
어디 찾았다 어디 자네
네, 제가 지금 안 좋지. Any questions?
What does it mean to have divine eye?
파이 믹스는 가르치고 왔어.
하이 미는 시에서야 지야리 하이 시에서 바제 뭐지 통통이 하이 미는 시에서 주야 하이 미는 시 나는 시 미는 시도 소나 내 수사람 주야 나는 시도 자 사람 좋다는 다 근데 지네 주야
So the clear eyes, I'm sorry, the divine eyes, that is one of the clairvoyance. That means like that eye can see very far away object, in a very far away. And also that eye can see subtle objects, the objects. This looks like what do you call this little machine?
Oh, like a telescope?
Yeah, magnifying all this like telescope. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying. Anyway, so you can see very far away and very subtle objects. Okay, and also you can achieve what you call this ear divine ears, right? That means like you can hear sound from very far away and subtle sound. You can see all the subtle hear like subtle sound. These are something you can obtain.
But how can little children have that if they're seeing bardo beings?
Penetration 보고도 저기 자기 매에 미지 통수는 내가 까부지 저도 통고도 라브레라 갱디 바로도 인주리 라로와
총
까부던데 미 통대어라
응,
미 통대인데 막 까부지 도 스토어 통
통대배.
통으로서 걸 보고도 저 통으로서 라로 바로도 인주리 라로 갱디 보고 바로도 간데서 통으로서
통 말이 있을 때. 아주 통 말이.
So Ramesha said like so their naked eye even kids if they don't have this kind of eye they may not able to see they won't able to see part of being.
So they'd have to have that.
부디 돈 비는 부디 민매신 두번 말이 세 말이.
So this is like uncertainty. You cannot actually say I understand say we cannot tell this kid doesn't have clear eye onto the divine eyes as well, right?
Yeah.
And whatever they see, it may not necessarily be what you call this part of being.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Thank you.
Kashi Rinpoche says that during the 49 days of Bardo time, that our prayers can benefit beings. What prayers are best to be said during that time or
Can I-
practiced?
Penetration 시부시 그 체죠라. 텔레야 샵된다고 치 선배람다고 들에 잡치는 혼자 팽기를 라라. 샵된 매람 가리돼 요래. 수수 남는 가르치는 야가 요래. 딱 개와치어 가르치는 야가 요래서.
여기 지다 내를 돼야다. 아니 숭아 삼무딘데 돼야 여러가 숭아 삼무딘데 돼. 어딘지 쟤는
야고 요래서.
디야비에
Yes.
그 저거 제일 대지가 진짜 저거 피할 할때
So Mr. You can do medicine Buddha pujas, prayers, right? And recite mantras. For instance, medicine Buddha mantras and stuff like that. You can just simply just recite mantras, that's fine. And also you can make an offering to higher being or higher objects, like just make offering on behalf of them. All of this can be done.
여기 자주 쌤 그냥
And meditate on bodhicitta. 아니, 전주쌤 지.
되게 잠부터는 자주 쌤 그냥 제비는 디니거스 디디들 그렇지.
And you can
쌤 그냥 잠부터는 제비는 동이고 제비는 다리수는 전부 상의를 받아.
Yeah, you can meditate or practice love and compassion, bodhicitta, emptiness. Just do it on behalf of your, the deceased person.
What were the uncertainties of behavior?
What are the uncertain behavior? Oh, okay. You didn't cover the yes. That's when this is because the 망해봤어요. The 가르쳤어요.
선단도데 세우스지 저놈놈 시세는 야와 두바 드니바 네 이제봐 저놈놈 시세지
내가 draw 두바 아니? 사바래.
저놈놈 시세지 야와
draw 두바.
차바
아니? 내와지 draw지. 아니? 두바지. 차바지.
어때 야와지 그거지
두바지. 아니?
네 그래 이제
차바스.
차바스 장자지
draw 집어라.
좋아들이 되지 집어라 좋아져야지 이제 눈치 진짜 좋아지는 야 차바스는 뒤 로차니 두시도가 좋아 차바 예와 두바
Okay. The behaviors, there are 4 types of behaviors. First of all, right? Sleeping, walking, and, sitting, and another one is saying Jova is walking. Chamcham means champa means but it's like it's walking, but let's say like if you're walking in a park, what do you call this?
Strolling.
Strolling, just for fun. there's no purpose, right? Walking means there's a purpose. You're going after, you're walking towards something. There's a purpose. Okay, the two different things. Walking. Anyway,
자기
아.
단단 예전에 단단 사 가르스네 두제네 단단 남버스 나
so the uncertainty behavior is like all of these are uncertain. Like means like you're right now, if you find yourself sleeping, then at second moment you're like walking somewhere, and then the second moment you're just sitting. These behaviors are uncertain. Tina, do you have a question?
I was just wondering, because unfortunately said we experience sun and moon because of the violet substance that we receive from other mother. And then I was wondering, in the gold realm or ghost realm, because I know animal realm, they will receive the same thing. But what do they have day and night?
Yeah, I think he raised that question, I guess. Depends on this one.
Can't hear it.
Depends this one. Depends on the sabi maletoba ta paletobe zed yuetsan san nimada dawagi so diores laro nawa diora tundule kuranta san zartu dusa pena sugme da ta sukham gi da dinzo ta pada maletobe zed men konsolani ni kaza di nimada dawagi di nawa diora wesigo so yomar wan
자기 디네야 데벨하트 수리해 자디네야 삼대 담부대 수수 외기 쓰는 게 외기 나와디 미슈지 닌데 나와야 말
desire around God. Okay, they do have experience sun and moon. They have experience of sun and moon, but above that, no, they don't have sun and moon. They are actually their existence is actually in a light nature. Let's say light. Okay, let's say formless around, right? They don't need sun and moon. They already have their own light.
So that means that desire realm,
Always.
God
Day.
has mother and father, and then anything above that.
Tapi nasi dila tu sambal ya, debel hat zolaya, pamal tengu wira sigor. Ani dia gitu zol pamal tengu mara sigor.
감감마 이미 데벨함
Pamal ten rau marati inji. Desire ram gods, okay? Desire ram gods. Some god they have white body cheetah and red body cheetah, but it not necessarily they have to become from their parent.
Okay.
So the Buddha relies on his own sun and moon, or he doesn't need one?
Tomba sekas tomba sa sangel la ya ani nima ki ko marwas ko marwes go. Yeah, they don't need sun and moon. No sun and moon.
니마티 코안은 네티어스
Actually, the sun is samsaric quality, samsaric matter, samsaric thing.
That the Buddha relies on.
That's on what.
Lights.
Oh,
What?
that depends. You mean they have to have a light? You worry they need 아니 막 가서 디 점바디 조니 가릴라 때네 왜라고 어렸을 것 같다 봐. 점바디 조. 나고는 지금 대회에서 서고.
너무나 대해서 저기 또 기회
They have light, their own light, from their two accumulation of merits.
That's nice.
Do they have different color or the light?
딱 카도디 가서 디 왜게 카도디 만다 가서다 만다와지 코란스 상게다 본절리 만다와지 여러 외시고.
야 가도 됐다지 되고 가도 됐다 가버를 지르와 인데그
Anyway, Michelle is presuming it has to be white, a bright light.
Oh,
Any more questions? No?
that is
Shine back. Okay. sa shi bu ni ju shi me do chang re ga lin shi ni de yan ma de sa ge xin do zhou gu nam da xin